thank you so much for giving me this exclusive opportunity to talk to our audiences. To start with, about this event and what is happening in Mumbai.
Wonderful. Thanks, Rajeev, and thanks for coming out here to Mumbai. So this is our actually flagship conference that we do around the globe. So we do Oracle CloudWorld, where we get all of our customers, people in the industry to learn more about the entire Oracle end-to-end platform, all the way from our technology, our infrastructure, our applications. So we do have customers around coming, and this time we're bringing it to India. We're very excited to bring this to India. I think after 7 years, we're coming back to India. Last time we did was in Pragati Maidan in Delhi. We're doing it in the very lovely Geo Convention Center. We're expecting a lot of people tomorrow, more than 2,000 people, and we're going to be talking. We're going to have a lot of keynotes on technology, on innovation. We're going to have customers speaking. We're going to have partners speaking. So it's our flagship event where we discuss innovation, new products, and what we're doing, how we're transforming companies. So we're very excited to bring this to India.
Yeah, obviously means the kind of sentiment we can see in the Oracle people. Today we are at your office. So moving forward, you're talking about generative AI. I saw that there are a lot of things you were talking about the generative AI. So how do you see Oracle anticipate the impact of generative AI, conversational AI, or the cloud-based application and ML on various industries? If you can highlight the traction which is gaining in these verticals.
Sure. I think, first of all, AI in itself is a field that is rapidly evolving. And we've been in the field of AI for a long time. This is not new for us. All our applications already had AI. So AI's latest iteration, if I may call, which is generative AI, I think that's definitely disrupting all industries, all streams of workflow, that we can look at it from our vantage point, right? So today, if you see whether it's banking, financial services, whether it is healthcare, whether it is retail, whether it is manufacturing, I think AI is disrupting every industry. It's not restricted to just the tech industry. It's reshaping everything. So therefore, we've also been making strategic investments in this area of generative AI and helping it. So a lot of use cases. So if I look at healthcare alone, where we acquired Cerner, we have an industry application where we manage all of the health records of patients, and we've been in that business. So that's an industry again, where we see generative AI play a big role in industry applications as well as SaaS applications. Within industry applications, we see that doctors can get very much benefited because some of these discharge summaries and so many of the other jobs that relate to writing reports, etc., can be eliminated. They can spend more time helping patients get better, and even on the SaaS side, all these industries in managing their employees, in their back office, which is their finance, in their supply chain, there is going to be generative AI that is spread across in all of these areas, right? So if you just look at finance as a stream, we see generative AI play a big role when it comes to a lot of authoring features, a lot of summarization features. Look at 2 different financial reports and you want to analyze it. If a bank wants to do that, across multiple entities, they can now do that very effectively. You can actually leverage generative AI in many fields of the supply chain, whether it's order process as well as quote management process. You can leverage it to, your sales reps can leverage it, in the field of sending out quotations, proposals, especially in the field of HR. There's so many new use cases that are coming up with generative AI. So I do feel all industries will benefit, will transform with the coming of new technologies. What's very interesting is that I think Indians are ready for it. Research data shows that the openness and trust that Indians have on AI and generative AI is very high. 90% of Indians are very optimistic about this. So we are seeing the emergence of this across all industries.
Right. So I can ask one thing, because during your presentation also you were talking more on the health sector side. So Means, what are the key reason why the growth is more on that part? Because we had never imagined earlier that health can be also related with the technology and things can be done like this.
Look, I think pandemic was a wake-up call
right.
for health, and the entire supply chain of healthcare systems in India crumbled, and it was definitely a wake-up call. They were, we've moved far away from the pandemic, but those effects are still there. They definitely wanted to leverage technology to evolve themselves so much more. So today we're seeing so many examples that I can quote where they do their entire back office transformation. Firstly, they came to us to manage their people, their doctors, their nurses. How do we manage them? How do we stay in touch with them? How do we have digital assistants in such a way that we can interact with them? They are under tremendous pressure, right? The doctors and the nurses and everyone. So how do we keep them engaged, motivated? How do we retain those people in the organization? Right. How do we incentivize them? So all of that today is done in our HR system. And then as it came to a lot of multi-speciality hospitals work with us today. Fortis works with us, Apollo works with us, Aster works with us. Not only healthcare, even healthcare BPOs. We have a lot of healthcare BPOs like eMeds, Omega Healthcare. Even they work with us. So then then it became they wanted us to solve the problem of finance and back office. Being able to close their books faster, automating a lot of tasks, cost saving, so that they can invest the same money in research, development, helping their people get better. So I think that's where healthcare. I wouldn't pick out any industry. I would say across all industry, but yeah, healthcare we're seeing a lot
surprising,
of
we can say.
Yeah, which is very good, which is very positive, right? Around the globe as well as here in India, we're seeing healthcare firms of all sizes and scale. I spoke about Nara and Hridayalia. They, sort of moved to the cloud journey with us. And I think they want to be better prepared and adopt technology faster so that they can scale more faster, serve more patients.
Right. So moving to India, obviously India is one of the important market for you. So World Tour which is happening right now. This is one kind of platform where you do make all your partners and customers aware about the solution. But throughout the year or in the previous year, what all initiatives you have taken to boost Indian market presence and support the businesses who are onto your solutions or they are willing to onto your solutions?
Absolutely. I think that's a great question. First of all, we're very, very committed to the market. We're very, very committed that, to make in India, to build in India. We have a 50,000 workforce here in India. We inaugurated the Oracle Tech Hub in Bangalore some time back. So a lot of investments that we're making in this market because, this is a growing economy and, businesses are evolving and we feel that, we feel a responsibility to serve this closer. So yeah, I think huge presence in India as an US organization, as an MNC. I think this is a priority market for us. Our R&D, efforts in India are very massive. We are, lot of these products that we're building are actually being built by people sitting here also. It's no longer being created somewhere else.
Right.
So, your user experience, everything can be so much better. It can be tailor-made to Indians, right? The third thing is, the startup ecosystem in India is booming, right? So, we definitely digital natives, so many companies starting out entirely on digital. So we do have a startup accelerator program all up Oracle, where I think we're trying to co-innovate with them and bring up a lot of things. We also do a lot of work in the area of building up skills. In India, it's called Workforce Enablement Program, where we work with
colleges,
universities and colleges to make sure that they're skill ready and our data centers in India. We know that our investments are, this has become a cloud region. We've created multiple two different data centers here, and that's a sign that we want to cater to Indian customers locally from India, complying to the laws of the land. So we are making a lot of strategic investments in this market.
Obviously means post this data protection bill,
Yeah.
the job has been more challenging these days, but anyways, you guys are working with the regulations, within the regulations. Moving to next part of the query, which is in the context of modernizing core operations, how do Oracle's cloud native application solutions provide consistency and act as a single source of truth across vital business functions like insurance, finance, supply chain, HR, and customer experience?
I think that's a great question that you asked. I was smiling because you said cloud native. Not many people know that we are perhaps the only cloud native platform. When we say cloud native, we were built with the mindset that all of our applications were built with a cloud first mindset, in a way that it has. So just taking your workloads and moving it to cloud is not called cloud native.
Right.
Just migrating like a few apps and putting it on a platform is not cloud native. So we took a conscious call. We actually rewrote everything. All our applications were built from the scratch on the cloud principles. So that's why we're perhaps the only true cloud native company. So it's an area we're very, very passionate about. And I think for us, what does this help in? It really helps us because not only we're cloud native, we also have the most comprehensive suite from HR to from your finance, supply chain, EPM, HR, sales, service, marketing. So we are able to solve the problem that sometimes different data is sitting in different systems. A lot of people are spending time just entering data in the finance system, then coming to the HR system and entering the same data. So all of those problems can get sorted, if you're, in cloud, born in the cloud. And also, we can, adopt innovation way faster. Organizations no longer need to set out budgets like what could be the next new technology, how am I going to embrace it, You let Oracle do that for you. We can bring in innovation much, much more faster.
Right. So obviously means, from A to Z, what they are needed in different departments of the company, you are having those kind of solutions to fulfill their requirements. So that's one good thing because, I interviewed a lot of customers, 2-3 customers these days. They are very pretty happy with the kind of, the requirement you listen from their angle, that maybe from the affordability point of view or the customization which is required.
Yeah.
So that's the reason you guys are successful, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think what you bring about is a very important point. It has to be able to, our solutions has to be in the context of the customer. It has to be localized to the land. It has to be, sort of making sense locally. Absolutely.
Okay, so moving to next part queries, which is, can you share concise real world examples of business achieving success through Oracle's transformative SaaS solutions, which you lead, and highlighting how these solutions simplify internal practices and drive success in their digital journey?
Yeah. So globally, we had announced a success story of Providence. They have 117,000 caregivers here within India. They have about 1,000 people in their center of excellence, I think. So we have transformed their entire back office, ERP as well as HCM, and that's giving them a lot of process automation. That's giving them a lot of, benefits as it comes to cost savings, etc. Here in India, we work with so many customers, emphasis in IT services, where we are transforming their employee experience completely in the IT segment, in the IT workforce segment. We're helping them reskill. That's another big example. In the financial services domain, we work with a lot of banks. Kotak is an example where they had 20 different entities, and they do their entire financials on us. And when it comes to consolidating their reports, when it comes to being able to faster close their books. They rely on Oracle. Not only that, they rely on us for their recruitment needs. They rely on us for their employee experience needs. They again, the bank had challenges during and after the pandemic to reach out to their people, keep them engaged. So we solved that for them. They use it for performance evaluation as well. So a lot of interesting use cases that we're able to.
Yeah, so that's great story to share with my audiences, that there are things which you create and the success follow those lines. So I was just listening about you were saying about that 27% of the customers who are every year as the new customer for you. Am I right? It was 28? Okay, 28%, right? So, can you say something where you see the traction is major in vertical terms, healthcare, or the startups, or any way you can identify those areas where these new acquisition is happening? Which area?
Okay, so again, good news for me. Maybe not the answer that you were expecting. It's happening across, but I'll give you a few segments. We're seeing an increased interest, like even in manufacturing, right? Like we recently acquired Carrot Lane, which is a jewelry business, and they are transforming, their back end, their finance on Oracle. Digital natives, I gave you an example of e-commerce. A lot of e-commerce companies, including Flipkart, have chosen Oracle as a platform. They're in themselves a big tech company. They've chosen Oracle to transform, their back office again. We are seeing, even in public sector, we're seeing a lot of public sector entities coming to us to solve some of the problems as it comes to human resources, etc. We yet to announce, but a lot of these, not-for-profit entities around religious entities, etc. They've chosen Oracle. Like, who would believe that, right? That there is interest coming across. Of course, a lot of NBFCs, fintech, manufacturing. We've had Jindal Pipes. We've had Jaguar. So many of these entities that have chosen us. So I think what's interesting is that a lot of large enterprises, as well as a lot of new age companies, are turning to Oracle to solve the problems.
Great. So I'll just leave with one more comment, which is about, we as a journalist talk to you and not in touch with the more of customers, but you speak with a lot of customers every day. So specifically in the SMB segment, or the SMB is the strength of Indian economy. So where do you see, what are the top 3 challenges they feel that, going to cloud or having a digital transformation journey will be challenging for them? What, according to you, will be the 3 challenges for CTOs who are working in SMBs or the sectors?
Sure. So look, I think for SMBs and, they all know that new competitive threats are emerging. So they have to standardize their process. No longer can they just, rely on old systems to take on the new age of work, right? Because there is competition everywhere. But for them to come onto a transformation journey, I think, a lot of ways it could be easier. They don't have to rewrite. They may have to just start from new. So in my opinion, we've seen a lot of small and medium-sized business come on to transforming, embracing applications, be it our NetSuite or our Oracle Fusion applications, with great ease. But having said that, I think, the top challenges that they look at is adoption. How do we change employee mindsets to adopt newer technology? That's where we do a lot of work. We do a lot of adoption sessions with them to build affinity towards our platform. If you sell a HR solution, we want employees to enjoy using that HR solution. So I think adoption would be the number one challenge that I see. And then, sometimes it's important to have the right partner in place, right product in place, which is proven. Right? So I think if you're able to choose the right partner for implementing it, having regular, steering committees to make sure that, in the run-up of the implementation, the first 90-day experience is good, I think a lot of those problems can be solved.
Great. Means, these are the major challenges. Obviously, the cost is one challenge, but I think, there is limitations from your side to look on those. Just one message for your customers, existing customers, and the partners who are selling your solution. Just one line message for both of them.
Absolutely. Thanks, Rajiv. Thanks for the opportunity. And I would say that, it's clearly exciting times. We are very excited to bring in so much innovation. We're innovating at such a rapid pace, hundreds of new features every 90 days that's coming out in applications, and you can adopt it at your pace. You can absorb these features at your pace. So we're very, very excited to bring some of that innovation, and we want this to be the last upgrade for y'all. Really looking forward to partnering with all verticals, all industries on the most pressing challenges. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks for having this exclusive content for our audiences. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.